A 70-year alliance united together. Today, South Korea's president met with President Biden, where they discussed several ways to deter North Korea from going nuclear.
A nuclear attack by North Korea against the United States or its allies or partisans or partners is unacceptable and will result in the end of whatever regime were to take such an action.
Joining the panel now from the Hill is Alex Gangitano. She is a White House reporter. One of my buddies down there in the basement at the White House. Alex, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Blake.
You're sitting next to the boss, by the way.
I am.
Best behavior, best behavior. She is great. So with this one, it's basically the United States and South Korea, basically putting a united front against North Korea. It's another reminder, Alex, we'll start with you, like, oh, by the way, there's a madman running North Korea, and we got to do something about it.
That's right. You know, they've shown so much partnership over the last 24 hours, the president of South Korea. And I think this was just another kind of them showing that we're united on this front. President Biden's brought together allies on the global stage, one being South Korea, and that if North Korea were to do something, you know, in a nuclear attack or anything along those lines, it would mean an end to whatever regime. So I think it's the president really trying to show more strength here on the global stage and show that he has allies' backs, just like he expects allied partners to have his back.
This is real for so many people in Korea. I didn't get to go to the demilitarized zone with President Obama because I was very pregnant. And I went to the White House doctors and I was like, I think I can still go. And they said, we could deliver your baby, but you don't want to have your baby in front of all of your colleagues.
What would that
Which was
passport
true. Which was totally true. But no, in Korea, you know, you've got a threatening force north of you every day. And so they have seen a continued aggression from North Korea, and so they have, you know, been worried about this. Now, this new president, who we're rolling out the red carpet for, he actually was not so kind to Pelosi. I don't know if you guys remember that. When Pelosi went over to Korea as part of that swing with Taiwan, he had all sorts of different reasons why he wasn't going to meet with her, including maybe he was on vacation and so it's a very important alliance. There's a reason they're doing a White House dinner, and those are costly. They are also time-consuming. Here we are.
Well, I mean, this is a reason why a lot of Republicans, but not all Republicans, are saying we need to keep the defense budget healthy and give it a healthy increase. And some Republicans want to cut as do some Democrats. But with North Korea, I mean, let's face it, they have made advances. They have gone nuclear, and there's no easy solution to this. But at the same time, we're getting closer to the threat of nuclear war because we're not talking to them at all, basically.
How prevalent was this in the Trump White House? Like, how often would you guys talk about this threat?
I mean, well, Trump liked to talk about North Korea a lot. I don't know how much, you know, the National Security Council, obviously, you've got a whole group of people constantly worried about the threat. And I think this was, for us, a key issue. However, China is the key issue. And I think that every moment that's not spent thinking about meeting with allies to help address the threat of China is actually a little bit besides the point. I mean, we really do have a growing crisis with China, and this is nice. Like my mom's from South Korea, so like I like it. However, it's not directly addressing our China issue.
Alex, state dinner tonight. The significance of that is?
You know, this is the second state dinner of the Biden administration, and it's huge. He has South Korea coming in. The first state dinner was with France. So obviously he's showing, you know, this alliance, and he's showing that we want to be strong next to China, next to North Korea. There's a lot of pomp and circumstance around these events, as you know, celebrities, hoopla, entertainment, all the above. And so the First Lady's obviously very involved in this as well. So all the focus on a state dinner, all the involvement, I think just shows how much they want to show this partnership is really real.
And I mean, countries lobby for this. I mean, this is such a big deal, and it shows that we are such close allies, but does it get closer to a solution? Not really.
What does the solution look like?
That's
I mean, like, because a demilitarized peninsula, obviously, you know, it's probably not.
If I knew I'd be president. I mean,
people are more worried of North Korea than they are of China, because though China obviously wants to overtake the U.S., they're still it's a tandem relationship where we kind of need them and they need us, whereas North Korea has zero need for us and is very happy to nuke us at any cost. So, you know, there's real stakes here. I'm glad that the Biden administration is engaging. I agree. I wish our national security plans were done in a bipartisan way so that the rest of the world was not playing football with us.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.